Hey everyone, welcome back to Ram News Staff Takeover. This is Cinco de Mayo, and we're here with Nate Nelson from Fairway. He is the assistant manager out there, and we want to talk with him today about employability. We think that as summer is coming up, a lot of our kids are starting to think about a good solid summer job, and the grocery store seems like a very busy place right now. So we thought that it would be great to talk with Nate a little bit about what makes a good employee for him. We want to still hear from all of our viewers. If you have questions, if you have someone else you want to see on our show, please let us know. Nate, can you start with telling us what makes a good employee for you? What are the things that you look for when somebody applies at Fairway?
Well, the two biggest things I always say is showing up to work on time and having a good attitude towards work. It seems like if you do those two things, everything else is easy. We can teach you how to do everything else. As long as I have an employee that shows up to work on time and wants to learn about the job and has a positive attitude towards working at Fairway. Those are the two biggest factors, I would say.
So first of all, as a mother of a person who works at Fairway, I'm super excited that you guys have been a mainstay in our community and supporting everything during this time. And I know it's been crazy in there. So what are you looking forward to most after we get back to normal, whatever normal is going to be?
The thing I'm looking forward to most is probably everybody being able to, the little things, maybe being able to shake hands, or we don't have to wear masks and we don't have to be, get back to the how we used to be. At the store, we've been extremely busy lately, which has been great. We like the business, don't get us wrong. But I feel bad for the restaurants and so forth. So I'll be looking forward to restaurants opening up and just everything in general, not just restaurants, but things in general to open up. So yeah, pretty much just the little stuff and everything else getting back to normal.
Hey Nate, can you tell us a little bit about kids who are wanting to apply, but they're really working on time management and they're involved with things at school? As an employer, how do you view those things and make a decision about a kid being able to balance their time?
Yeah, so usually during the interview process, we talk about, what are you involved in, what sports you go out for, and what are you available to work. I've had some kids that they say, well, I'm never available pretty much, so it's like, why are you looking for a job? But I have some kids that take, for instance, wrestling season. I have probably 4 wrestlers. They took the entire wrestling season off. I was totally okay with that. I want the kids to pursue the sports they want to. But yeah, the time management, like on Saturdays, I would say on part-timers, if you have something going on in the morning, well, you can work the afternoon. You don't have to take the whole day off. We're really flexible about working around schedules and trying to get people as many hours as possible.
What does the application process look like for you? Like, if somebody's interested, how do they apply?
So there's 2 ways to actually apply. You can apply online, or you can stop in the store and get an application in store. I kind of suggest doing it in store. Both ways are good. Me personally, I like it when somebody comes to me and hands me an application and I'm able to see the person, talk to them about their availability. There's a sponsorship there, yeah. But yeah, that's the best way, I would say, is come in the store, get an application, go home, take time to fill out the application. I got some kids that go out and then 2 minutes back, they just wrote their name and address. Take time on the application and know about the job you're applying for. So yeah.
So I imagine that you've done a lot of interviews. Can you give us one what not to do during an interview?
Oh, there's a lot of them. Not have eye contact is one. Now the shaking hands, that's one of my biggest ones. I always like a good firm handshake and eye contact when I'm interviewing somebody. But now with all this virus stuff going on, you know, the handshake is kind of a thing in the past because, you know, it's one of those things you don't want to be spreading the virus or whatever. So I would say eye contact, firm handshake. What not to do is whenever you have an interview, whether it be Fairway, whether it be a different job, know about the job you're applying for. Know your availability, know about the company you're applying for, have some information on your side. So when I start giving you questions about, hey, what do you know about Fairway, and so forth, you have some answers for me. The biggest question that I ask during an interview that people usually stumble on is, why do you want a job at Fairway? And I get answers sometimes, I don't know, or, you know, some of the best answers I've got back is, hey, I want to earn money, I got to pay for a car, I want to start working, I want to get involved. I think this would be a great job. So usually when I ask that, it's usually the toughest question I ask is, why do you want to work at Fairway? It's usually the first one. So be prepared for that question, whether you apply for Fairway or a different job.
Great. Thank you, Nate, for all that good advice. Hopefully you have some of the best employees. I think that kids can definitely find a correlation between the things that we try to instill in them at school as far as being on time. Kids probably think I'm a broken record by saying that, making sure they're on time for school. You and I probably make a great team on that. Being on time, being where you're supposed to. When you have a job, you need to do it. Just like I need to find a kid in the class they're assigned to, you need to find them doing the job they're assigned to.
Exactly.
So we really appreciate you joining us today. For all of our viewers, Nate is at Fairway. So if you do want an application, you can go in and ask for Nate. Who else could they get an application from, Nate?
You can get an application from any of my full-time employees, or my store manager's name is Keith. You can ask for Keith or Nate. Usually one of us is here until 5 o'clock every day.
Sounds good. Kids, viewers, if you have questions about employability, you can comment on this and we can ask Nate, we can ask other employers in our community who would be more than happy to talk to you about employability skills and also job availability. Let's finish up with our question of the day, Misty.
Well, I think it's only fitting that we ask the grocery store guy what his favorite pasta dish is. And not only are we asking Nate, we're asking you guys. Just comment. Tell us what your favorite pasta dish is. And I think I could even start us off with saying my favorite's probably goulash.
Goulash is good. Goulash is good. I would probably, that's a hard one. I always love going to Olive Garden. They have this one, it's like a 3-cheese ziti, or I'm not sure, it's one of the fancy names for it, but I would have to go with that one.
Perfect. I just have to say it's my mom's spaghetti. She makes homemade spaghetti sauce, so there's nothing better than my mom's homemade cooking. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in with us today. Like I said, if you have questions, you have suggestions for another session that you'd like us to do, comment, let us know. And once again, thanks for joining us, Nate.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for having me. Anybody watching, feel free to hit me up at Fairway for more information. Thank you.